A year ago, we were all facing an enormous threat. Big airlines were determined to seize control of our air traffic system.
We have the best air transportation system in the world, and it works for all Americans.
We did not trust the people who make your airline seats smaller to run ATC.
Having flown 4 trips to space, and including 2 trips around the moon, I know a little something about flying. We had to preserve America's leadership in aviation.
You want to give our highway system over to the truckers. We wanted to ensure we modernize our ATC system, not privatize it.
Not give control of this national asset, this national treasure, to a few of the largest airlines and allow them to control access to and cost of using this national system.
We fly into a lot of small towns and rural communities.
Privatization would have absolutely hurt small towns and rural airports.
It was a threat to our nation's security, safety, access to airspace, and basic fairness.
Our only hope was to alert people to what was happening and to urge them to get involved. We called on our community to stand up, speak out, and make our voices heard in the halls of Congress. And our community responded to the call.
Going into this fight, the belief was that the success would lie on the other side. Those who supported privatization, they are big organizations here with lots of political clout and a lot of resources.
We were in the minority and we were fighting a tough battle.
It was a big push from many of the big airlines that really wanted to control the airspace. Then the general aviation community really became engaged.
We heard from a lot of people, and that made the difference.
It was a massive coalition on the other side, and without the NBAA, we would have lost and they would have privatized the airspace.
You could really just feel how the general aviation community came together on this issue.
Calling in and writing us and seeing us at town halls.
I heard from a pilot, a person who's a crop duster. I heard from businesses and manufacturers located in small towns, from an airport general manager. That was effective. That got my attention.
The managers of general aviation airports and the users of those airports, whether it was business leaders in my state or healthcare providers or the patients that they serve, really drove home what would be the disastrous consequences of privatization.
My staff and I knew that we had grassroots support for our position.
You made it easy for us to stand up to the Goliath when we were the David.
The pressure was enormous. It was a 3-year battle, and we won.
So thank you, members of Congress, who stood strong on such a critical issue for me and for all of you. And thank you, attendees of this year's convention, for doing your part in winning this important battle for GA. We all did this together.